The goddess Luckland wanted like a nice secluded space where her creations could live near Norath to keep things in check and under control, but not really be bothered by the other gods or their creations. So she went to Luckland, the moon, named after her, of course, and she created her race, the Akhevans. Now, the Akhevans are not like any other race that we've seen. They're immortal. Like, not just they don't age or they live a long time. Like, when they die, they become shades and can potentially work their way back into being alive again. They do this actually by corrupting the spirit realm. So that's actually a big problem, since like the only race that worships the spirit realm gods ended up on Luckland as well. But nevertheless, that's kind of how it works with the Akhevan. And naturally, they're not a bad guy race. Are we killing this suit?
I still have 20. I have a little more than 20.
Okay, he doesn't have enough mana to recharm, so we're killing it. So naturally, they're not a villainous race, right? They don't really necessarily have problems with other beings, but they have this tongue called the fleshless tongue. That's how they communicate. They were the first and dominant species on the moon of Luckland, basically the entire time they were there. And they were led by Akel Ra, who was created in the image of the goddess Luckland herself. So Akel Ra, extremely devout. The Akhevan society is very happy. Things are going good. Slowly, more and more races find themselves on the moon. The Combine Empire gets transported there, trying to, flee or follow civil war. The Shisar go there to escape the Green Mist. The Vashir are sent there by an errant spell from the Erudites. And suddenly, this place where they used to live in seclusion is a lot more populous. Now, Akel Ra, trying to imitate her goddess, who she worships so much, eventually creates her own dark image, Aten Ra. And together, Akel Ra and Aten Ra rule the Akhevans for some time without any kind of issues. Yeah, Liverflap wants me to clarify that according to the strictest interpretation of the lore, the Karens are physically blasted on a chunk of rock with their city to Luckland. So anyway, Akel Ra creates Aten Ra, her dark image, her dark mirror. She does this in the same way that Luckland created Akel Ra in her own image. So just following the pattern here. Now, everything's great. They rule together for a long time, but eventually Akel Ra decrees that they will start using the common tongue so that they can coordinate with the outsiders who keep coming to the moon of Luckland. This creates a rift. At first, it's just a disagreement, but it quickly becomes a civil war. Aten Ra, the dark image of Akel Ra, thinks that they should not be learning the common tongue. They should only use the fleshless tongue, as it's the language given to them by the goddess Luckland. And further, she views all other races that are on the moon of Luckland as interlopers that need to be destroyed or removed. So a civil war erupts between the Akeva. In the end, Aten Ra summons a massive storm in Maiden's Eye over the Akhevan capital city, destroying it and killing Akel Ra. This creates what we know as Akeva ruins. For her part, Aten Ra and her loyalists flee to Vexthal. Not really flee, but that becomes their bastion of power, since their former capital city is left ruined. And Akel Ra, because she is immortal, she only lives as a faint spirit remaining in this world, unable to really assume her full, original, powerful form. Now, the plot of Luckland is basically you stumbling upon Akel Ra and her convincing you to stop the inevitable destruction of the races on the moon of Luckland and to avenge the defeated original Akhevans by going and destroying Aten Ra. There you go, Arvis. Hope you enjoyed.